All of those things would seem to suggest that this is an economy in trouble. Not so according to the economic data released in the last hour. It showed the U.S. economy growing at the fastest pace in nearly 2 years, thanks to consumer spending, though apparently not on used cars. Fed Governor Stephen Miron spoke to Bloomberg ahead of that data on the next steps for the Fed. My view is not one of enormous economic pessimism. You know, I don't think the economy is about to crater. I don't think the labor market is about to fall off a cliff. However, the neutral rate is drifting down, and as a result of that, it's incumbent upon policy to adjust in response. And the longer that policy stays excessively restrictive, the greater the risks to the downside for the economy. I wonder if you would still call it as restrictive with this latest batch of data in hand. Joining us now is Michael McKee, Bloomberg International Economics and Policy Correspondent. Mike, can we talk about the data? Jobless claims, GDP. What did it show? Yeah, basically, it shows it's a tough day for the Trump administration, because on the one hand, they want you to believe that the interest rate should be cut significantly, but the data are telling a totally different story, one that the administration could embrace. Because as you mentioned, we get strong GDP growth, and we have this odd situation that the Fed's been talking about low hiring, but low firing with jobless claims falling to 218,000. Durable goods orders were up to 0.9%, and as part of GDP, the increase in GDP, we saw an increase in business spending overall. Now, durable goods is interesting. You're talking about Intel, but computers and computer chip orders were down during the month. Even though we saw a big increase in durables, it was mostly airplanes. The trade good balance shows the effect of tariffs, $85.5 billion, because imports fell by a huge amount, over 4% in July after rising significantly, because basically we saw people pulling forward expenses. As you mentioned, GDP up 3.8% revised up from 3.3, consumer spending pushing that higher, business spending pushing that higher, asterisk. Asterisk quick break, asterisk asterisk. If you're enjoying this video, please asterisk asterisk like it asterisk asterisk right now, and asterisk asterisk subscribe to our channel Gilded Budget asterisk asterisk, so you never miss important economic updates. So where do we go from here? Well, we know where Governor Miron is, and now we're beginning to see where more members of the Fed are. We have a lot of Fed speak today, the first 3 have been out. You heard from Myron Austin Goolsbee a few minutes ago saying he's not sure they should front-load rate cuts given where the economy is, and Jeff Schmidt, who is perhaps the most hawkish of all the Fed governors, just out with a speech this morning saying that inflation is too high. The labor market, though cooling, still remains largely in balance, and he views the current stance of policy as only slightly restrictive, which I think is the right place to be. So he's not calling for rate cuts either. Mr. Myron, I think, is on his own island at this point.